Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Monday, uh, March 20th, and it is quarter to 3 in the morning, and I am up and in the Word. I've been up for a while. Spent the better part of yesterday in and out of a nap. I woke up yesterday about 4 in the morning. I slept in, y'all, and got into the Word, and then I did a few things that I promised people that I would do. And then I took a nap, got up, did a few more things. Then I took a nap. Yeah, that was my life yesterday. And it was a well-needed rest. I got some aches and pains that are driving me crazy that tend to interrupt my sleep. So I needed that nap yesterday. I look at it like that. You know, most people fall apart for being unproductive, and that's usually me. But like I said, I needed that nap yesterday. Let me just dive, excuse me, right into my readings this morning, because the very first one speaks to me, and it's from Just for Today. As I've shared, I read 2 recovery readings just to get grounded in my day at work, and to focus on what I need to do at work. And for those of you who are just joining me or just starting to follow me, I work in the field of addiction counseling. I've been a counselor for over 20 years now. And I like to think of a more holistic approach than medical interventions. Now, don't get me wrong, they're all well and good, well intended. But, you know, I look at disease, or the disease of addiction, as dis-ease with a spirit. You know, something has triggered that beast, if you will. And addiction is a beast. It's a burden, and I've seen so many facets of it. Amen. And as you know, if you're following me, I change up some of the words to make it more practical for the folks who like to say they aren't in recovery, when the reality is we're all in recovery from something, folks. Something has impacted our lives in such a way that it shows in our behaviors or our decision-making process sometimes. Amen. Let's keep this real. So, today's reading is entitled The Higher Power. It says, most of us have no trouble admitting that addiction has become a destructive force in our lives. Our best efforts resulted in ever greater destruction and despair. At some point, we realized that we needed the help of some power greater than our addiction. Now, if you're following me, if you know me, you know I struggled with this avoidance of a God construct, a God concept, you know, higher power thing. That's my personal take on it. You know, let's call God God. What's wrong with that? You know, some people say it's off-putting. If it's so off-putting, why are you reaching for something that's higher than you? Just my question, man. And you know you can't fix you. Who are you crying out to? And if you're relying on another human being, this pattern is going to continue, I guarantee it, because we all have faults and frailties. What do you have trouble admitting to that, you know, is a destructive force in your life? It's not always addiction, y'all. Sometimes we get in our own way. I just need to be real about that. What is it that you're not willing to call out, or that you're dancing around, or you're acting like you don't see? I'm sure it's repeated itself. I'm sure it shows up to other people, but you're walking around like the emperor with his new clothes, or lack thereof. The reading says, most of us know without a doubt that our lives have been filled with destruction. Pausing for effect. Learning that we have a disease called addiction helps us to understand the source or cause of this destruction. Does it? You know, I have this description which is pretty spot on for some of our behaviors. And the description is, like a cat in a litter box, we're covering constantly. Now think about what a cat covers. We can recognize addiction as a power that has worked devastation in our lives. When we take the first step, we admit that the destructive force of addiction is bigger than we are. We are powerless over it. What are you addicted to? What are you covering? What have you denied when, others have brought it to your attention? Amen. Think about the things that you're hiding from God right now. Or so you think. Some of us practice a lifestyle of denial. And we have a list of villains in how things play out. And the odd thing is that we are never on our list. Think about it.